Welcome to the Cringeworthy podcast. I'm your host, Kaleena. This is episode 15 with Annie A. Annie's got some stories about some shame and living with cats. If you've ever lived with cats, especially one named Elliot, apparently, you're in for a lot of judgment within your life, okay? Annie does not have any social media for you to know. So if you want to know about her, maybe you got to hit me up. Maybe you got to go to some open mics. Maybe you got to check out some improv. Maybe broaden your fucking horizons, okay? Sometimes I cannot guide you all the way. But if you love what you hear on this show, you can go to Facebook. We are the Cringeworthy Podcast. At Twitter, we are at CringePod. And on Instagram, we are the Cringeworthy Podcast. I do hashtag CringePod because it's my fucking show and I can do what I want, okay? Also, if you think you have a story that you might want to tell us that's cringeworthy, gross, nasty, oh my God, I never told anyone about this, but I really want to tell everybody about this, email us, cringepod@gmail.com. I'll check it out. I'll hit you up or hit me up on Facebook as well. That's totally fine. As I produce a showcase. It's called The Dive Show with my buddy Aaron McDavis. Our next show is going to be at the end of March, the last Sunday of March. I think that's the 31st, but don't quote me on that. Just look at your calendar and see what that is. Also, you're listening to shows on Jazz Fuzz Studio. Jazz Fuzz does not just produce the Cringeworthy Podcast. There are also other shows that personally I think you should check out. One of which is called Multiple Idiots. It is with Mike O'Keefe. And every week he is interviewing a potential groomsperson for his hopefully upcoming nuptials for this girlfriend that, like, from what I hear is amazing and he should just marry her already. But also, the other podcast I want you to listen to is B. Casper's That Time I Got Arrested. Listen, if you've heard this before, I'm just going to gloat on it again. This show is fan-fucking-tastic. This woman sounds like even like a milder Terry Gross, but if Terry Gross was interesting, okay? No offense, Terry Gross. But B is phenomenal. Listen to the show, That Time I Got Arrested, on Jazz Fuzz Studio, all our podcasts. And hey, if you like the Cringeworthy Podcast, check us out. Go to iTunes, rate us 5 stars, send us a comment. Maybe I'll read it. I will read it. I want to hear what you think of us. But all that aside, you came for episode 15 with Annie A. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
I wrestled an alligator once.
Wow.
And won.
I think I had
and
that.
now it owes me its firstborn son.
Oh, I think somebody gave me the head of that firstborn son as a present. It was a weird present.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen those?
No.
Oh, have you not been to Florida?
Nope.
Dude, I went to Florida years ago.
After I fought that alligator, they just don't let me back.
Oh, so it wasn't even,
Yeah.
you were just like, I have a vengeance for all.
No, I went to the Lincoln Park Zoo. And there was one alligator gave me a dirty look, and I was like, it's time. It's go time. I've always known that I was destined for great things, but I was just waiting for the opportunity. Thank you, Lincoln Park Zoo.
Oh, in Florida. Where all the alligators are.
Yeah, they all know.
You
they
can
have a
get
hive
alligator
mind.
heads down there. You should have asked. I bet they would have cut
Really?
the head off and given it to you. Yeah.
Missed
I think that's what they do
opportunities.
with the losers of the alligator fights.
Yeah.
Which are a lot, come to find out.
Yep. It's a hard task.
I'll bet.
Somebody's gotta do it, though.
Seem easy. It's not something I've always thought like, man, I could do that. Usually I'm very much into trying new things. Not so much in alligator wrestling. Not going to lie.
You're missing out. I gotta say, missing out.
So you do comedy.
Yep.
You do writing.
Yep.
What do you write?
I write comedy.
Oh,
It's
excellent.
boring. Yeah.
You are an
I also
improver?
write angsty poetry. Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like slam poems that are never going to see the light of day.
Oh, come on.
Love those. No, they're good. Real good.
All right, I'm going to give you a beat. Start.
Okay. Here I am, out in the world with my alligator head by my side. I've got 2 things to do today. One's win, the other's kick ass. And I already kicked ass.
Good job.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was a really good
I think
beat.
this is going to jumpstart your beat poetry
Yes.
career. Hands down.
Please book me right now. I will be available for bookings after the podcast.
Everywhere where beat poetry is done in a booked sense.
But I need you to come with me so you can do that beat again.
Oh, for sure.
I was feeling it in my heart and
You
soul.
got it. If it's one thing I can do.
Let's be there for me to do beats.
Absolutely. Pretty sure that's why we were brought together.
Exactly. In this moment.
Just,
Worlds colliding.
oh my God. So you were from the suburbs. You live in Chicago for, what'd you come here for? Did you just move here just because
I
of
was
school,
going to school for 2 years commuting. And by the way, don't do it, kids.
How long
I don't
was
recommend
that?
it. That was 2 years.
No. How long was the commute for 2 years?
That depended on the time of day. In the morning, it would be about an hour. In the afternoon, depending on when I got home, it would be an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh, bro, that ain't that bad. Not gonna lie.
It's not that bad, but when you have to schedule your whole life around the train, you can't make friends.
Well, that's Chicago, yeah. I've learned that. Like, I used to make fun of one of my friends who lived here. I was like, why don't you just go do whatever? And then I got here and I was like, that's why. Because it takes literally 30 to 45 minutes to get anywhere close.
Yep.
And that's close. Otherwise, you're just like, I might as well fucking walk.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. But it's also great and fun at the same time. So what do you do writing-wise, comedy-wise? Where do you perform?
So
Where
right
do you do
now,
this stuff?
I'm working on a show with my production company, Size 11 Productions.
Awesome.
We're writing Harry Tales, which is queer feminist retellings of fairy tales with some original material written, like original fairy tales included in there.
That sounds awesome. I saw you were doing, what was it? The recent one was a Shakespeare?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm part of a femme-identifying and non-binary Shakespeare improv team called The Shrews. We just had a really great reading of Much Ado About Nothing. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
But the great thing about us is that we don't require auditions to join because auditioning sucks and nobody's good at it.
Dude.
So if you want to come join us, you can come join us, and we want you. So please come and join us.
Wow. That's
Find us
awesome.
on Facebook. Come to our events.
Size 11 Productions.
Size 11 Production. Well,
Or
not associated, but... Well,
Oh,
it is
it's not?
associated. No.
Oh, wait.
No.
So is this your own? This is your own.
So Size 11
This is a
Productions is
different-
my thing that I do with my
okay.
2 friends.
Okay.
The Shrews was started by other wonderful women who, Claudia and Lindsay started it in 2016 because there were at the time certain groups in Chicago that didn't let women be in Shakespeare improv.
No. How long ago?
Do you not know this?
No.
Oh my God. Where do you live?
I don't do improv stuff.
Oh,
I've only
okay.
done stand-up.
Well,
I'm literally
you know,
only versed in the stand-up scene. So I have no idea.
There is a Shakespeare company at IO that until literally a couple months ago said we don't let women or people of other genders in because we're trying to honor the Shakespearean tradition.
What?
Because they didn't let women perform. And I was like, that's a great way to be misogynistic.
Seriously?
Great. Lots of excuses for misogyny. So the fun thing is, literally the night before the Shrews opened their first show at Second City, they posted on their Facebook, we're opening auditions to people of other genders. And I was like, there you go,
Interesting.
bitch.
Yeah,
There
but
you go.
who the fuck wants to do that now? I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
like I'd be like,
they're-
no, I don't give a
They're
shit.
really talented and the shows are funny because I've been to them. But I stopped going once I was like, there's no reason for this misogyny to be tolerated. Like, why are we still letting this happen?
Your funniness can't cover up your bullshit.
Yeah, sorry.
dudes.
We don't separate the art from the artist here.
Hell,
because
no.
it's all shit.
I mean, Hitler was a shit painter anyway. Luckily, otherwise, what a conundrum that would have been.
Do you think any of his paintings survive to present day?
No, I think they probably burned him just because, like, all his followers were like, "No, we can't let him see how shitty they were. We can't let people see." You think so? No,
No. Where?
For real?
Find them.
People still have those things? I've heard they were awful.
Well, he didn't get into art school, which is, by the way, the easiest school to get into. So what kind of, I mean, we all know what kind of piece of shit he was.
Right. What kind of asshole was Hitler not to be able to get into art school? Mm-hmm. He was like, all right, here's my... They do?
They do?
How many? No way. All right. Look it up, guys. Apparently...
Are they on sale? Are they displayed?
Don't buy them, but see if you can burn them.
Yeah.
Maybe like
buy them to burn them.
In 2009, somebody sold 15 of Hitler's paintings for $143,000.
That is not a lot.
That's nothing.
At auction.
That's nothing.
And what did they do with them? Does it say?
Fuckers' paintings were only worth $10,000.
They lit them all on fire because they wanted to throw the money away.
There you go.
That didn't happen.
God damn it. You got my hopes up.
That's why you're the
producer. There's way too many fuckos.
Yeah, that's also true. Oh my God, speaking of fuckos, when I was younger, just made me think of this story. It's not really that cringeworthy. It's just fucking terrifying. My pediatrician was murdered by this kid he adopted. The kid came back, tied up his 89-year-old mom, put her in the basement, murdered him, and then stole off his fucking Nazi paraphernalia, which that's the part that got me. I was like, this son of a bitch had Nazi paraphernalia all in his basement? How fucking creepy. Also, he got murdered, but also the paraphernalia.
Wait. I have a question now.
Pediatrician.
Like, did that kid want the Nazi stuff, or did he murder his parents because they were Nazis?
That's what I don't know, because the boy so I grew up in a very white, very redneck, very racist area. I don't know. I mean, I was young. I really don't know where he stood, but his son was like Hispanic, like he was adopted.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it was an adopted boy. So exactly. It opens up so many questions.
Are Nazis going out here adopting like...
Well, it's like, is he a Nazi? Did he fuck around with this kid? Did he fuck him up? Like, yeah, exactly. Did he diddle around with him? Like, I mean, what other reason? Like, there's really a lot to ask.
That's a great story then if he like did that and the kid like killed him. That's a great story there.
If
that's
he was just
like, go kid.
We can't have another Nazi in this world. I'm going to kill him. Fucking crazy.
That is wild. Oh my God.
And like, what better way for an asshole to hide as like a pediatrician or a Not that anyone would know that. I'm just saying.
No.
But
I don't think that's ever happened, actually.
No, it's never happened. No, not at all. They're completely... Can't even joke. Completely innocent. Oh my God. I just don't think that's a sin you could be abolished from. I think even Jesus is like, nope.
Sorry.
Nope. And Satan's like, not here either. I don't know what we're going to do with this one, but they're not coming here either. Because if it's one thing I will not tolerate in hell, it's a pedophile.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they get killed in prison if the media is to be believed.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, that's fair. I'd rather them live through that. I'd rather them live through that. Honestly, I'd rather them live through that motherfucking torment. Yeah. Yeah, really. It's like forgiving my ass. Eye for an eye, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Which is what I always draw from.
Also, I just want to say that like Jesus was a pretty chill dude in general.
Seemed like it.
Yeah. He said about men who like lust after women, he said, if your eye offends you, pluck it out. Oh! Like he told men to gouge their eyes out rather than look lustfully at a woman.
That's for Jesus. You know what?
Thank you.
I feel
Let's
like
give
his
a little
dad was
clap for
fucked up,
Jesus.
but Jesus saw that and he was like, no, Dad,
Jesus
I'm going to turn this around.
The Hispanic kid who murdered his Nazi father.
Yeah. Aww.
That's his name.
Are you kidding me?
The guy who
I didn't look that up.
God damn it.
Would you
that's too
Would you stop with these lies? I will walk out of the studio
because
you're
the writer.
I'm in a place of vulnerability right now. I'm trying to be honest with you and bring you my true self. And you're just here like...
I want to see that. Okay, so I want to look this up. I got to remember this. I'm going to look this up at some point. I'm not going to do it now. We were thinking about researching it, but we should probably just move on. Oh my God. So I want to ask you about, so you're 22, I think we had established before you got here. In your 22 years in the extraordinary position that you have, which we won't talk about because I don't want you to get in trouble, but it is extraordinarily interesting. What, aside from what you want to tell us, is the worst date? Like, what's the, like, okay, let's go with worst date, because I do like worst date stories, and worst date stories can go from either, meh, I mean, they didn't show up, they ghosted, whatever, to he tried to give me a lock of his mother's hair, or she tried to give me like some, fingernail clippings, and or tried to get so from me. Have you ever had anything that bad?
No. Real anticlimactic there. I've had some just shitty dates that didn't go well. I have been stood up twice, 2 different dates that were supposed to happen a block away from each other.
What?
So like one happened here, and then a couple months later I went on another date that happened a block away, and both times got stood up.
You can't go to that block.
Well, I live there. It's like so close to my house.
That's probably why, is because the fates were like, this is not going to work out.
You got to separate these things, Annie.
Yeah, you can't. It's smart. Like, okay, one of the reasons to do dates close to your house, 2 reasons. Mm-hmm. One, so you can get the fuck out and just be like, cool, it's a 5-minute walk home. That's
gotta
great.
Go.
2, the 5-minute walk home. Things go well. There it is. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your place.
Be real efficient.
You don't have to try and get home in the morning.
Yeah. The thing that I've learned though, when I've had someone stay over, is waking up and you're like, how do I get this person out of my house? Because if you're in the other house, you can just be like, bye. But if you wake up and you're like, they need to go home, and now, how do you do that?
That I don't know.
Without
I think
feeling
you would
like
have
a
to
piece of shit,
You would have to feign something. Be like,
I gotta go to work.
Meeting. This is gonna be.
I have a brunch date at 7 a.m. Sorry, you gotta go.
I'm gonna jog and smell bad. I don't know. Just leave.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're trying to be tactful. My mom is coming to visit in like 3 hours. Get the fuck out. It's not gonna work.
Sorry, my cat just had diarrhea all over the place. Please,
could you please leave?
Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't tried that one.
I would feel so bad because I am getting married, and I'm like, there was never that scenario that's gonna happen. But I'd be like, I mean, just for non-married people, I guess
I'd like to have a fake wife.
One day you'll have a real one. I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think you will.
should be so lucky.
You will.
The thing is, what gets me mad is that there's so many people who are really shitty who have like amazing partners. And I'm like, I'm the best person ever. Nobody wants to talk to me, Like I have all of this going on, and this person like goes home and like doesn't hang up their bath mat after they take a shower. Like, do you know how awesome I am compared to that?
I would not only hang it up.
I vacuum my bathroom floor every week, okay?
I'd have made that bath mat for you because I cared out of your deceased pet's hair, because I really appreciate you as a person.
Mm-hmm. So that's who I am. And this other person is like, I just, had sex with a bowl of macaroni and cheese. Like,
oh my God, you're so kinky. I like it.
Yeah. You're not allowed to say anything because you're getting married to a woman.
It was the best too. And that date was amazing.
Happily
and it turned
ever
out
after.
Well. And we thought we hated each other at first. We thought the date was not going to go well. Mm-hmm. So we were both ready to just leave right after. And then we ended up not leaving, and we spent the day together. And then I went to her place that night, and now we're getting married. So
that's amazing.
Sorry, everybody. My love happened.
Yeah, please apologize
True
to
love
me.
Happens.
How dare you be in love while I'm
Annie.
alone?
Sorry, Annie.
How dare you? I feel personally victimized by every person who's in a happy relationship. How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, my favorite part though is people then try to assure you that it's a good idea. They're like, oh, yeah. Especially in our situation, they're like, oh no, that's great. And I'm like, no, I know. That's why I'm marrying her. Duh. They're like, no, let me tell you a story. I'm like,
nope. Sorry, I forgot to care.
Although sometimes people tell you it's a bad idea, and then you just have to decide if you're going to go on the ride or if you're going to listen to their stupid advice.
Yeah, what business? It's my life to ruin, so
I don't think I think like this time I'm not going to ruin my life, which I'm very excited about. Like, oh my God. For the first time, I'm not going to ruin.
Third time's the charm, right?
Hey. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh my God. Wonder if it's divisible by 3 if this is the same thing. Like if it's like, oh, this is the 9th tribe, well, it's still divisible by 3. So
yeah, the rule of 3.
Charm.
3 is the magic number.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, why is 666 the devil's number then? And 7 isn't 7 God's number? I don't buy it.
Is 7 God's number?
I thought so.
Does God? I think God has all the numbers.
I might have just believed that forever.
Yeah, I think God has all the numbers.
God is 666. Yeah. Which I don't understand why that's the mark of the beast.
What
but
is that? Revelations? Revelations is the best Bible book, by the way.
Man,
the
just
best.
skip to the end, guys.
Yeah.
Don't even
Song
bother
of
with all
Solomon
that
is
shit.
pretty good, but Revelations is the best.
What's the one with all the chronology or something like that? It is 777. Oh, because he's just one-upping.
Well, I remember
God's always trying to one-up that son of a bitch.
I remember Jesus said one time, like, don't forgive someone 7 times, forgive them 77 times 7. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Oh.
Because that's 3 sevens.
And why? That's excessive.
Yeah.
Just forgive them once and let it go. Jesus was so extra.
I think the part that didn't make it into the gospel is he said, forgive them, but don't forget.
But don't forget.
Yeah. 77 times times 7, forgive them, but forgive them 77 times 0 times.
I already have my theory on what went down with that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Satan is as bad as, I don't know, though.
He had 12 best friends. Jesus was just indecisive, you know?
Jesus was a fucking...
He also, like... I feel like Jesus was, like, just the cool guy who, like, everybody wanted to be around, you know?
He's a weed dealer. Jesus was the weed dealer. The 12 apostles of Christ, those were the middlemen. They were the...
Moses saw a burning bush. What do you think that meant?
I mean, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he was burning a bush when he saw it. That's what I'm saying.
I wish I'd had that green back. Man, but they had some good shit.
I mean, like...
crystally. They were in the Middle East.
From God.
Apparently, that's where the good shit comes from.
Really?
So, yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
I know they weren't in Afghanistan, but I guess once upon a time was Bethlehem, and then the seeds made it to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And now that's where Jesus' weed grows. The marijuana of Christ comes from Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. That Cali shit's great, but it ain't Jesus' shit. I have never seen a burning bush. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything, actually. Never hallucinated.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. I do, and I don't want to, but I do.
Have you had a ghostly experience?
No, because every time I think it's happening, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I turn on something positive. Like, I'm not even kidding. I turn a light on. I turn because I've heard that, like, spiritual activity is more prone in the darkness, and also the energy, which, okay, here's the funny thing. They're like, the energy gets stronger the more you think about it. Well, duh, because it's in your fucking head, but I can't convince myself of that, you know? Yeah. Or, I don't know. I kind of think ghosts are real. I think spirit and energy do last and they stay behind. And I think some people just aren't ready, and then that's sad.
Yeah.
But do I want to fucking with? No, I don't fucking want to. I can't help you. I'm not the one.
I'm not going to do Ouija boards. I'm not going to do...
don't talk to me, guys. I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm sorry. I literally I have too many people talking to me right now. You think I want to... From the dead? No.
Yeah, right?
Your time is done.
Hey, I just turned my phone off for the night. Don't think you're opening that door is going to make me fucking talk to you. Shut it. Yeah. It's time for bed.
I'm sorry. You had your chance.
Go to... Should have spoken up when you had the chance. Oh, maybe they did. Oh, no. And then they died. And that's why they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had?
I think that I have when I was a child. Where I think my friend's house was haunted. But I also have sleep paralysis.
Oh.
So I don't have the kind where you see visions. I have the kind where you hear voices.
Oh, that's horrifying.
And it's literally the worst every time. But the thing is, like, as soon as you wake up, you're like, that's what happened and I'm fine. But, like, I've woken up and, like, my whole body is tingling.
No.
You know?
No.
Because I heard, it's so fucked up. I was lying in bed, and have you had it before?
No, but I have friends who have sleep paralysis, and it sounds like the most horrifying thing in the world.
Thing that can, like, possibly happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, because you're aware of your body and the fact that you can't move. And like my strategy is always to start wiggling my toes. And then as soon as I know when I feel it actually happen, that's when I know I'm awake. But I try and I can't. And the last time I knew I was in my bed and I heard 4 men around me talking about how they wanted to rape me. It was the scariest thing. And like, in my brain at the time, I was like, is this really happening? And I can't move and it's going to happen. And then I woke up and I was like, I can never sleep again. Like, it was terrifying.
You live alone?
I live alone.
No,
I do.
I would make someone live with me. I'd be like, we don't even have to love each other. We'll be in a partnership.
I can't live with people anymore. I lived with my brother when I first moved to Chicago.
That's a terrible idea.
No, it was the best because we had opposite schedules. He's the nicest person ever. He paid more than me in rent. And like, we're really good friends now. Like, we're the best. But after he moved out to move in with his awesome girlfriend, I had shitty roommates and then they moved out. And then I had the worst possible roommates. Like, everything that can go wrong with them did go wrong. And then I'm like, never again. And honestly, I pay way too much for rent and it's the best.
See, I've had, when I first moved here, was with my very good friend, and we lived with 2 other people, one of which was dope. The other was the worst person in the world.
The worst.
The worst. And that was awful. And then my second roommate was cool, but he acted very weird when I moved out. I mean, I gave a short notice, but also it wasn't like his rent was going to go up. Also, he acted like we were breaking up, like literally stopped talking, like got really like weird. And I was like, that's odd. The third time was my friend again. Like we lived together for almost 2 years. Awesome. Very good. And now my roommates are fucking amazing.
Yes.
They're such dope people. Like, if I was not getting married, I would not leave that place.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a house. Cool. It's an upstairs in a house. And speaking of the hauntings, in my room, there are 2 crawl spaces. There's one to the right.
Oh my God.
And the woman who lived there before had a daughter, and she converted it into a child's playroom, and the daughter liked to play in it. But now it's just creepy because there's this fucking child wallpaper all over, and like it's peeling, and it was like, I know that's not what happened. No one died. And then the other one is just an expansion from one end to the other of the like top floor. And it's very clean. The guy who owns this house is like, I mean, he built it. He takes super good care of it. He's awesome. But it's just fucking creepy. It's a crawl space.
Yeah.
Like, those shit's creepy. I don't know. I think because it reminds me of coffins.
Yeah. Ours was always full of spiders when I was growing up.
Yuck.
So,
and I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I have very big arachnophobia, man.
My first word, this is a true story. My first word was pie, but it meant spider because I couldn't pronounce the whole thing. And so the first time my parents heard me speak, I was like pointing in a corner where a spider was and screaming, pie, pie, pie.
Did they give you pie?
No, they didn't.
Were they like,
I don't know if they killed the spider or not.
That's why your memory of it's so bad.
Yeah,
at first it was like, yeah, they should have just given you some pie. And then you would have been like, that is what I meant. I would have been like, that.
Yep, there you go.
So then you would have walked around the house
cured
trying
my
to find
arachnophobia.
spiders. Be like, pie, thank you. Pie. There's 5 pies on the wall. That would be me. Like, we're burning the house down. We're moving. No.
I've seen like
no,
because we used to live by a forest, like big old
wolf spiders.
No, not wolf spiders, but spiders like tarantula size, like snakes. We had lots of mice.
Snakes are fine. Mice don't bother me.
Mice bother me now because my cat gets them. But he doesn't kill them.
They just play with them.
He just plays with them, and like
it's cruel.
They have diseases. It's not like a healthy field mouse. It's like a dirty ass Chicago lives in a dumpster mouse. And the first time it happened, like I freaked out so bad.
Really?
I did because I'm not mature.
Mice just don't bother me. I just really don't give a shit about them. Like,
I freaked out because he got it. I was like ready to just get the broom and like. But I freaked out because he caught it and I didn't know what to do because I thought he was going to eat it. And I was like, he's going to get diseases and die. Or he's going to like eat half of it. I'm going to have to clean up a dead carcass.
That's the worst part.
Yeah. And then, so he I just saw him like dropping it around the whole house. And then as soon as he dropped it and I was able to kill it, it wouldn't die because it was so small that like it wouldn't even crush nice. And so I had to like scoop it up and like the dustpan and put the broom on top and then run out of the house in like my pajamas in the middle of winter to dump this thing into the trash. And then the second time it happened, my cat would not drop it.
Yeah,
like just was growling
like,
at me.
Got it.
And I had the broom and he was like, this is mine. And I was like, you cannot have that. That is not yours. And then he finally dropped it in the bathroom. And so I smashed it and the blood got all over my white tiles.
Gross.
And it was the worst.
Look, all right, I'm going to open a beer real quick.
Okay.
So we can leave it in or take it out if it's too noisy. It's whatever. Yuck. Also, also, how can you? I can't kill him. When I grew up in the country, I grew up in the middle of nowhere. So cornfields, we had mice come in. One day my cat caught a mouse and it was playing with it and I felt really bad and I was home alone. So I caught it with my bare hands and I was like, let me save you. But they're very wiggly and even it's small. So it like scurried out and then it bit me. And I was like,
there you go.
And I dropped it. But then I was like, I don't want it to die still. So I scooped it up in a jar and I threw it across the street. And then I called my sister frantic. I'm like, I have rabies. And she's like, how would that even happen? And I was like, a mouse bit me. She's like, also, how would that even happen? And so I explained it. She goes, first of all, not rabies, unlikely. Mice don't have it. Secondly, the fuck you catching mice for? It's like, I don't want it to die. And it bit me. What an ungrateful little bastard.
Yeah.
But I couldn't smash it.
Didn't it know that you were trying to help?
Right? I was like, the cat's going to eat. It was probably like, oh, this bigger bitch is going to eat me. Yeah, it thought I was the ogre. It was like, that cat I could have outrun. Now this motherfucker is not going to work.
Yep.
It was the Jack and the Beanstalk. That's probably what that story was actually about. Was a mouse running up like a power cord.
Exactly.
Up into a house. And kept talking and found him being, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we're just making shit up now. Ugh, we're just making shit up about a real story.
I had ant problem, real bad ant problem.
Ants are gross just because they're gross.
The exterminator came to my house twice. Had to come twice. 2 go-arounds, and the ants still didn't go away until I bought this spray that I think is magic because I just bought it because it was safe for pets, and then they haven't come back.
What's it called?
It's
get a sponsor. Damn, we were gonna have
it's
a
like
sponsor.
eco spray, like kills roaches and everything, but it's safe for pets.
Nice.
You can buy it on Amazon for like $10.
Fuck yeah!
It smells very strong, but not bad. It smells like lemon, real bad, but like the artificial lemon.
I like lemon.
It's honestly worked, and I've had some. That's not true. I've had some ants come back recently, but this was like a year ago. So
that's because they're like the flu. They became immune to your first strain of antivirus.
I've sprayed a whole bunch of them again because they got onto one of my trash bags, and there was like a million of them, like the plague, And so I sprayed them, and I haven't seen them since. That was a week ago.
When you open up and you're like, "Why is my garbage moving? Oh God!" And then you have to throw the whole thing out.
Yep.
Burn the entire garbage can. Light the house on fire.
Throw out the whole apartment.
Build a new one.
Yep.
Sage that down, and then you can move in. But you find another ant. Got to do the process all over again.
Yep.
That's why you should just buy this spray.
Mostly inconvenient, Like the inconvenience is what gets to me. Like,
really.
I can afford, obviously, to get a new apartment all the time.
For sure. You have to set the foundation. You got to wait for it to dry. Then you got to build it. Oh, it's just a whole mess. You might as well just.
Like, why isn't there an easy bake oven for apartments?
Really. They lost on that.
Yeah. I really miss the half-bakedness of it and how you had to use the special stick to get it out and how the half-baked cake would stick on the top.
Oh, I never had an easy bake oven.
Oh, you
I always
missed out.
wanted it because I was like, I love cake. I love cake. I would have been so happy. I had cake.
It was so good. It was so good.
We just made real cake in the oven. We just had an oven. They're like, oh, you want an easy bake? Just make this cake batter.
Through the power of light, we will bake your small.
Through the power of a 60-watt bulb,
cake.
It'll only take 3 hours, but you will have a cake.
Actually, Alton Brown did like a whole experiment on he made using the power, he built a big old machine with light bulbs and then made a pizza in it.
Did it work?
Yeah.
How many hours? A lot.
He rotated it through back and forth a bunch of times. So
it did the conveyor belt pizza, which is what you have to do if you want a fully crisp, fully cooked pizza.
Under the light.
Under the light.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I feel like we've done a great job of getting to know you.
Yeah.
Really good job.
My really gross stuff so far.
Really good stuff. The ants are pretty good. That could have made it into the
well,
what's
actually,
to come.
the ants are in what to come.
Ah! Uh-oh. Because honestly.
Little teaser there for you.
Ew. All right.
The thing is,
oh no.
I listened to your episode with Mo Sketch,
yes.
which was when I sent you a message that said, that episode was so fun. And I had only listened to like the first 30 minutes, like right when she was about to like, start the lawsuit. Little teaser for you there. If you haven't listened to that episode, please do.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, it's so fun. And then I was listening to it on the train and I was like, this is not fun at all. This is the least fun.
It got so dark.
It got so dark. But
fast.
Like literally sitting on the train, like mouth agape, like people are looking at you and you're like, this can't be real. That story is amazing. And then she's like, and then I got into comedy and I was like, well, what else do you do at that point? Either you get into comedy or you kill yourself.
Yeah,
like,
or you drink a lot. Or you find a lot of drugs that you're okay to do that don't kill you.
Either you get into comedy or you destroy your sense of being.
For real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
amazing. Truly
too.
amazing.
Oh.
Like, what a person. Like, I'm proud to live in the same city as her, honestly.
And she gave me like a short synopsis because I always ask for the short synopsis, just a gist.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, we can make, as long as we can make it light. And then I was like, oh.
I couldn't believe that you were here with that. Like, because what a journey.
Yeah.
What
that's
a journey.
why it's fun not to know what's coming.
Yep.
All right. And on that note, we're going to start diving in. But before we do, two things. One, we have our amber colored, very deceiving liqueur by the name of Jepson's Malort. Annie, are you familiar?
I am very familiar.
So you're not going to hate me too much after we have to do this.
Not only a little.
And it's become custom. I want to read. I have some taglines because we're trying to get sponsored by Malort.
Prep my chaser here.
Prep your chaser because crack that bottle of green tea.
Yeah, Arizona green tea has been 99 cents since they started in the 70s.
What? I just
still
saw.
being sponsored.
If you ever watched the show Atlanta.
Yes, only the first couple episodes though.
Oh, they do one called BLN. So good.
Yeah.
Watch that episode. Fucking phenomenal. But they have like a fake commercial and they take an Arizona tea up and he scans and it's like $1.09. He goes, price is on the can though. The guy looks, he's like, the price is on the can though. And that's the commercial. And I think it's fucking brilliant.
It's true though.
It's true though.
That's why they put it on the can.
But did you know that there is a baseline that people can sell shit at? And so like the 2 for $99 Swishers tried to go in a place. He goes, it's $1.50. I said, it says 2 for $99. It's $1.50. Fuck you, bruh. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
But they can do that. Bullshit.
That's bull.
Yeah. Fucking capitalism.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Don't go to that.
Don't go to that place.
Mini Mart anymore.
It was on, it was a BP. Go figure.
No, fuck those guys.
So
why don't you like Fish Life, BP?
Why don't you let me have my Swishers, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Why don't you let me get high like a cool person instead of making me smoke it in other ways like a cool person? Another way I'm going to be cool. Whatever.
What is it, BP? What's the deal? Anyway.
You know they're going to bank on that fucking marijuana because it's legal. Those sons
oh my
of
God.
bitches. For every 5 gallons you get a blunt. So start going to BP. I ain't going to lie.
I will buy a car for this.
I will put stock
worth it.
in BP. Yes. 5 gallons for a blunt? Motherfucker. Yes. So,
hell yeah.
All right. So my taglines for Jepson's this week, we have Jepson's Malort. It'll bring everyone together against you. Jepson's Malort. Because whether or not you like it, she's probably going to marry his dumbass. And finally, Jepson's Malort, the flavor of regret.
Oh.
And on that note, let's raise a glass or, at least try to Jepson's Malort. Cheers. Full every time. I didn't even get it down and I knew it. Oh, man. I can't. Why did it? Guys, please sponsor us. This is really hard. This is really fucking rough.
If you ever...
Have you had your liquor?
You have done all of your...
God.
You have done the work. You've put in the work. You put in the time. You put in the hours.
You are episode 15.
Ooh.
I've done this twice a week. 15 episodes. And it's never better. It's always the worst.
You are an American success story. That's what you are.
Jepson, stop.
Pulling you up by your bootstraps. You got your Jepson's Malort in one hand.
Stop playing hardball, bruh. Just give us a sponsorship.
Stop being a fucking tease.
All we're doing is asking for bottles. Some money maybe, but bottles will do.
Bottles will do.
I want to really start giving people bottles to play at home if they win the contest. So that we have to get enough listeners to start doing that again. So here we go.
Well, do they not sell them in the little bottles?
I don't think so.
I don't think they would.
Anyone's like, oh, you know what? I can only take a shot on the plane. You got Jepson's Malort. Like, no, why would we? No one drinks it. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get this vial I have. And like, I have some under the bar. That's how you do it. Because nobody's drinking that. Nobody.
Who would put that in a flask?
You get kicked. Oh. I have a friend whose boyfriend drinks it, like sips it. And I'm like, ew. And I think they're going to get married. So, but they're, cute. But I don't know. He was cool.
Does he hang up his bath mat after he takes a shower?
He made it out of pet hair. So he's already in. He's already in. Oh my God. Let's get in it.
Let's get in
it, Annie.
All right. We're coming to you.
Bring it to me.
Okay. So I'm a lightweight, what you would call, in terms of drinking. But I had gone out to work to a bar with my friends, as the Chicago dream is to do.
Yes.
And I had exactly one cider because I don't like beer. Exactly one cider and probably 2 cups of water because it was after work and I'm healthy.
Live a little.
Yeah, exactly. So at the time I was living approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes away from my workplace.
Okay.
So it took me that long to get home.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way home, I decided it would be great to stop and pick up some groceries.
Okay.
So I did. And then the grocery store is 2 blocks from my house. And about a block and a half away from my house, I thought, man, I really have to pee. And usually this is not a thought that alarms me. It's a thought I have often. It's a thought I have almost every day of my life. Almost every day of my life.
You've had a day where you haven't peed?
I'm a woman, okay?
That would have been a nightmare. That's a nightmare. If I don't pee for a day, I'm like,
sometimes
oh, no.
it's just automatic, I just find my way to the bathroom and it comes out,
You don't even have to think.
I don't even have to think about it.
But when you're carrying groceries,
but when
and
I'm
you're
carrying
walking
groceries
home, you're like,
and you're walking home and you have your big bag and you're in your work clothes and you think, I have to pee.
And you have to plan your Kegels because you're like, throw back on those.
Yeah. And then
tighten the muscles.
It's funny because progressively with each step it got worse, which is not always what happens. And I thought perhaps this is a side effect of the alcohol that I consumed, which was
single cider.
Not that much. The one cider.
But listen, you heard the term breaking the seal.
Yeah.
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 They aren't kidding.
Which is not factually true, but
no, not
psychologically.
In the least. Not in the least. Everyone's like, hold your pee. I'm like, I like my bladder.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Pee, it's good for your bladder.
Well, I want to retrain the strength. I don't want to be the 80-year-old like peeing as I'm walking. If I can help
That's why you should do Kegels, not to make any kind of sexual thing more pleasurable. It's so that you don't start wetting yourself and have to do those. I don't want to ever buy diapers in my life.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Not for not for children, which I will not have any, and not for myself. I would buy them for my partner because I would love them.
Right.
But not for myself.
Your future partner is going to be a very lucky person.
I know they are. I'm just waiting to show them.
Is that going to be your engagement gift?
Just diapers. Like, this is how long I'm in it for.
That's right, baby.
We're going to dust long off this box in 30 years.
This will be our anniversary.
Yes. That's when that's like, there's 25 is the silver anniversary, but 30 years is the diaper anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be, you got this.
And then
You're
40
ready.
years is when you give each other canes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then 50 is when you're like, all right, I got
Tombstones.
heroin, I got meth, and I got crack, I got some cocaine,
Yep.
got a little E, got a little Molly.
Live it
I
up.
went ahead and got some acid just for fun. And of course, we already have weed, so we don't even have to worry
It's like
about
a
that.
tasting, but for
Yeah, once you get to
heavy
that
drugs.
age, fuck it. Try it. Who
who
cares?
cares?
You're
gonna die anyway.
You're going to die.
We're all going to die on the steady march towards death.
So if you're there and you know it's coming, try the hard shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. I want to go out. If I'm in a hospital, I hope I'm not. I hope I'm, because I want to be very old. I want to live to be 100. That's the
Yeah.
goal. And on my 100th birthday, I hope I have grandkids and I want blunts and I want whiskey. And I'll be like, fuck it, bitches. Let's get fucked up and
gonna
see
die
if
as
I
I
make
live.
it through the night.
Yeah.
And if I make it through the
Oh,
night,
yeah.
amen. And if I don't, I went out dope. So
Yeah.
who cares?
Exactly. Baller to the day you
That's
die.
right.
Mhm. You should have one like in your like lapel pocket
All the
when you're
time.
buried. In your casket, like, and then everybody is like, all right, one more, and they just light up.
Oh, that's
That'd
a
be so
great
nice.
idea.
Yeah.
One more for grandma.
Yeah, one more for grandma.
Aw. God, I'm going to be a great dead old lady.
I love that. That's so precious. I love old people.
Some of them are great. Some of them, I can't wait till they meet it. But some of them, I'm like, the Grim Reaper just taking his sweet ass time.
It's funny because this is very ageist, so we could cut this. But
Man, they
you know,
it.
you're like, everything you say is cute because you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, everything you say, like, oh, you're a little homophobic. That's adorable. You're gonna die, and I'm
You're
gonna outlive you.
escape death.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
I'm going to be eating pussy the
Yeah.
day that you die.
Yeah, eat pussy to spite the old homophobic people in your life.
If nothing else. Despite
No
the
matter who
elderly.
you are, eat pussy.
Despite the
Despite the
elderly.
old people.
I like to think my grandma would be proud.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I should get my my grandma's shirt that says "Eat pussy to the day you die."
Yeah.
I love that. That would be precious.
She'll forget what it says every time. She's like, oh, I want
Yeah,
this
she
sweater
has-
my granddaughter got me. I
Yeah,
always
she
wear this
remembers
to
that I
bingo.
got it for her, but she doesn't know what it says.
She wears it to bingo, and all the old lesbians are like, yeah, I see you,
Yeah.
grandma. Okay,
I see you,
finally.
Grandma.
Okay, take the jump. Who knows?
Is there anything better than old lesbians? Really? Anything in the whole world?
Old gay couples, period. Gay and lesbians, LGBTQ. I don't know. I think it's cute.
No,
I
it's
love
honestly, it makes you feel like I can get through this because someone else did when it was way tougher.
Yeah, it made me feel like a little pussy for a little bit because I'll say a little, I'll say pussy. I'm a woman. I could say it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, you guys were out when like it was seriously scary.
Yeah.
Like I waited because I was terrified, but they were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if
I
I'm
love
die,
you so much more than I'm scared of the world, which is
Right. Here's the thing.
Wow.
I can't die and not eat pussy. I'm just going to have to do it.
go
Gonna
out eating pussy.
Take the plunge.
Drown in the pussy, like
That's
they say.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either drowning in your pussy or someone's
that
drowning
would
me for being
honestly
gay.
be
so
the most baller death ever if you like suffocated eating pussy.
I'm sure that's happened. It would have had to.
Mm-hmm.
Or their pacemaker stopped. I don't know. One of the two.
I mean, if you think of all the ways that people have died, somebody must have died eating pussy.
They died getting pussy.
I get
Definitely had
pussy.
to die eating pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan. Top 10
This is
ways
all
to
I
go.
want from, yeah, when they bring up my goals at my next performance review, I'm just going to be like, I want to die eating pussy. And they'll be like, thank you for coming.
They'll be like, well, we still have to keep you on board. Technically, we can't
Yeah.
fire you for that. But,
For that.
God damn.
But let's talk about your work performance. I'm like, eating pussy is my life's work. What are you going to say?
There it is.
What are you gonna say?
There it is. All right. So you are on the
Okay,
way home.
on the way home.
You are carrying some groceries
Carrying
because you
some
thought, I've
groceries,
had
carrying
a
my big old
cider.
bag.
What could happen?
What could happen?
Now you got to pee.
Now I got to pee.
Really bad.
Really bad. Progressively worse with every step. And again, it happens to me a lot. So you think I'm in control of this. I got this. Like, my house is there. I can make it. I'm a grown woman. And I live on the first floor.
Okay.
So I got to the door and I'm like, everything's going great. I open the front door. I'm like, things are not going great. And I'm having to do the old squeeze and waddle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you're like a penguin.
You're praying so hard.
Yeah. And got to my front door, into which I will launch my entire body. I can already hear my cat meowing because he's adorable and meows every time I come home. So I can hear him meowing. I've got my groceries in one hand. I got my big old bag, fumbling with the keys. Gonna pee at any second. Open the door. Guess how far I got into my house? All went to shit. Or to pee.
Did you at least get the groceries down? Because you would have, yeah. Tell me you at least got the groceries down. 7 steps? We got 7 steps. I'm going to give you, I'm going to lowball. I'm going to say 5.
You guys have no idea how powerful my bladder is. Because
Whoa.
I made it the 3 steps down into my apartment before it all came out. The door wasn't even closed behind me.
Oh, no.
And I have a lot of misconceptions about how peeing works because you think that you can stop at any point, because supposedly it's a voluntary action.
No, it is not.
But once you start, it is like breaking the seal and you cannot stop. So there I was, door wide open. It's it's like 5:00 in the summer.
Oh.
So the blinds are open.
Oh, no.
Broad daylight. And I'm on the ground floor. So people are walking past. And I'm there in my pants. I always wear tights. So I was wearing pants and tights.
Was it a cold day?
No, it's my thing. It's my weird thing.
All right, fine. That's fair.
Pants and tights and just peeing so much liquid. And it's not like, I assume the position that women do when they their water breaks in the movies, legs spread, I'm thinking it's going to go down into a puddle. It does not. It runs down my legs like a waterfall and into my shoes.
Oh.
And I'm peeing and I'm thinking, how did my life get to this point? And my poor cat is just sitting there traumatized, obviously just staring at me like the smell starts happening and I'm still peeing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Does this mean that I'm dying? Do I have cancer? This does not something that normal people do.
You couldn't even Kegel stop it.
No, I couldn't even Kegel.
Whoa.
I'm trying. It's just
God.
I can't. I don't want to move because it's going to keep happening. I'm going to leave a trail. And it just.
How far is the bathroom from your front door?
It's pretty far. It's not that far, but it's farther than 3 steps.
Oh, man.
And there's carpet in between, so I didn't want to go on the carpet. So I just hunkered down, kicked off my shoes, and let it all happen.
Oh, pea-soaked shoes. Oh, gross.
The worst
Oh, my
feeling. So much shame and embarrassment and how the heck am I going to look at myself in the mirror after this happened? Because I'm 21 and a healthy person and I just peed my pants right inside the door of my apartment.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I've hurt holding my pee. I thought at one point my bladder was going to implode and I was just going to die.
Yeah.
I wish I'd let it out, but
it was like a trigger as soon as I opened the door, it was happening.
Oh my God. It's like your body was just like, man, we're inside.
Nope.
We made it in the house.
This is far enough.
Fine.
Far
this
enough.
Is fair.
Close enough.
We're going to pee here.
Close enough.
Is it wood? So when you're landing, is it
wood.
wooden? Okay,
it's
so
wood.
That makes sense because nobody wants to clean that carpet. You have to go get it.
So I was like, guess this is happening to me. Guess this is happening to me.
How long did it take your shoes to dry out? Did you throw them away? Did you say, fuck this?
I washed them. with my clothes. Like I put them in the wash machine.
You know what? Good for you. No point in wasting clothes just because they've been peed in.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck it. We live in
honestly,
Chicago. We
those
can't afford
shoes
to waste
were
clothes.
like work shoes, so they were like non-slip because I was a waitress at the time.
Oh,
they were like non-slip, like really ugly, like gross. And I was like, I don't want to, but they're expensive, so I didn't want to buy more.
They're non-slip, so
yeah, they were already broken
fall
in.
on your ass,
you know,
like,
so
could have walked.
Who cares if they got a little pee? They probably had pee on them already. You know,
probably you were working in a restaurant.
Yeah,
in
working in a kids' restaurant. They probably had pee on them already.
Oh, yeah, in Chicago especially.
Yeah, well, a family restaurant, but like still,
still pee. There's definitely pee.
I did clean up a used diaper from a table.
What?
Yep, someone left a used baby diaper, and I'm like, first of all,
on a table?
Did you change your baby at the table? Like, how did I not see that happening? It was like a full diaper. And I was like,
did they like at least wrap it up?
No,
it was open.
It was closed. Like the diaper was around itself, but it was like, how could you just?
How do you
in the bathroom? There are garbage cans. Like it felt like a fuck you, you know?
How do you leave a used diaper on a table, guys? If you're listening to this podcast and you kids, don't do that. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's
please
never okay.
Don't.
You might be okay with this weird gross shit at home. You might change your baby on the dining room table. That might be where you change your baby. You didn't even get a baby changer table.
Here's a hint.
You're
the
like,
public is different from your home.
Many people do not understand this point. They just don't.
I've had people ask me to yell at their kids for them too.
What?
Like tell them to stop running on the thing. And I'm like, you know that he's not supposed to, so you have to do that. I don't get paid to babysit your kids for you, motherfucker.
Listen, if this is your mistake, you own up to it and you take care of it, but you don't tell me.
If he doesn't listen to you, the person who lives with him, why is he going to listen to me, a 20-year-old kid? You know?
Like, you're not that much older
just
than me.
Just because I'm wearing a pouch does not give me some kind of authority here.
He'll think you're a kangaroo. Just tell him to stop running around.
All right, Joey.
Tell him this is where the babies come from. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's a terrible Australian accent.
I mean, it's okay. I don't think any Australians listen to it. Well, if you do, it wasn't.
Hey, Australians, I'm single. You have a great accent.
Hey.
You can get in my pouch anytime.
Ooh.
All right.
But go, Annie. She's going to get something from this show.
It's not true because I'm actually queer but asexual.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Sorry, not in my pouch.
Shit. Yeah, I get no pouch.
Nope, sorry.
But some lovely company.
But maybe if like the time is right and like we trust each other, but like maybe there can be some pouch, but like maybe for the first point. But don't ask about it because it's tacky.
Yeah, don't be weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask about my pouch.
She just already told you don't, so don't. Okay? Don't overstep that bound.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
But if you do come to my house, know that there is the ghost of my pee puddle.
Wait, you still live in that place?
Yeah.
What?
This was last May. This was last May. This was May 2018. This happened when I was 21 years old.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The thing is, like the peeing part was bad, but obviously even with the blinds still open, I just shut the door and stripped, like right there. Just left all my clothes.
It's a laundry in your apartment?
There's laundry, like it's not. I have to go outside to it, but it's there.
Okay,
you know,
okay,
and it's free. Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank you, my apartment building.
Didn't want to add on to it, like, now I have to pay for this.
Yeah, now I have to find all the fucking quarters because I don't have quarters unless it's laundry day.
No one does.
Nope. So
and they ask you on the street all the time, but I'm like, no, it's not laundry day.
I'm
sorry. Bro.
Yeah,
don't.
You got to catch me on the way home from Mariano's, where I have rolls of quarters.
That's where you get your quarters?
Well, that's where I did when I was when I shopped at Mariano's. When I had an apartment that used quarters.
Did you feel like you're in with the cashier and like, can I have some quarters? And they're like, yeah. Like,
you have to go to the customer service counter and you have to pay cash.
I would beg them. I'd be like, can I just have $2? And they're like, fine, thanks. We're tight. You're my friend now. And they're like, I don't know you. And I was like, oh,
I wish I had your charisma because that's never happened.
Oh, I didn't make
like
friends
they
with
don't
them.
even take my coupons that are like a day over expired. They're like, fuck you.
I'd be like,
you
really?
white lady.
I mean, come on, though. I'm like, this is a day old. And they'll be like,
sorry, you should have come in when it was. But the thing is, if I was like that, I would totally do that to any person. I'd be like, fuck you and your coupons. I'm not doing shit.
I hate corporate shit, so I'm like, here's your 25 cents off.
Well, if you're a nice person, I would I hook you up. But if you're an asshole about it, I'm like,
listen,
sorry.
Those jobs.
I could do something, but I'm not gonna.
They're doing. They need those jobs. I mean, people are trying to take. Machines are trying to take over. They need these jobs, but also I feel them like they're hurt. The machines are trying to take over, and people are finding them more valuable.
Here's
so,
a question.
Listen. Yes.
Do you do self-checkout?
Yes.
Almost always I do.
Most of if I have a small amount. If I have a larger amount, I'll go
if
through
I have
the
a
regular.
big amount and like it needs like a lot of bags.
Aldi. I love
Aldi.
I don't mind that system at all. I think it makes total sense.
The cashiers get to shit down. They get to shit while they're standing right there. Which is honestly, when I worked in retail, that was my dream. I just wanted to take a massive shit in front of a customer.
Did you ever
sitting down at the cashier and be like, "What are you going to do about it?"
Oh, you did cash registers. I was going to ask if you ever found a shit in like those little like sure things.
Here we go.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. What?
I worked at a Barnes & Noble in a suburban town that will not be named. Oh. And I was the head cashier, which meant I got the worst part of the job, which was the like checking people out and having to deal with coupons or returns and all that shit. I would have loved to have been a customer service people and like help people find books and recommend books and stock books all day. But I wasn't. And one day we found a turd in the corner.
No way.
Outside of the men's bathroom. Like there have been incidents where people were sick and we had to clean up stuff in the bathroom, but there was a single perfect turd right outside of the men's bathroom. And we were like, obviously someone like put this here as like a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's roll back on the tapes and see like who did it. We watched lots of footage of men coming in and out of the bathroom. And what happened was a man came out of the bathroom and this perfect turd rolled out of his pants onto the floor.
Wow.
And
what? That's a lucky
Like
shit at your pants, though. Like, I'm sure he had an easy cleanup, but
I feel like he tried to put it in his pocket and it didn't work. Or like he had a hole and it just rolled out.
Drunk? Was he old?
I
was
don't
he just
know.
young? Was he?
I don't remember that much. I just remember seeing like a man, like average size, average hair, average, but a perfect turd just rolled out of his pants sleeve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see the turd personally, but I saw the tape of the turd.
You saw the video,
So,
yeah. Turn on video.
Could he have like?
Well, I guess if he wasn't wearing underwear and like shit in his looser pants.
Yeah, if you wear boxers.
But it would have to be a really like tight, perfect turd because otherwise it would just smear.
Yeah, no.
Or
for
maybe
real.
like it's possible that he like keeps them in his pants for special occasions and it's like a crystallized thing. Because when I scoop my cat's poop, it's hard.
Maybe.
You know?
Oh. Storing cat poop in his pants. Ew,
Yeah.
That'd be so gross.
But
Maybe.
it's like maybe he uses a litter box at home and he's not comfortable going in public. So he takes it like so he has the experience. Another time, we've found lots of men masturbating to porn magazines in the bathroom.
What?
One time we found some lady like porn Skyping her boyfriend in the bathroom.
Was he in prison or something?
I don't know. I wasn't there for that. I just heard the story. I hope.
In another country?
I don't know.
We don't have porn here.
No,
you.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna porn you from.
I don't know enough details about this. But my advice is don't use the bathrooms at Barnes & Noble. Don't do it. Just go for the books.
Or just go for the crouch, like do the squat.
Yeah.
You got to. I never understood that. I was just like, fuck it. I just like would wipe it off because I'm like,
yeah, like I don't touch my butt that much anyway.
Not that much. Yeah, you got to
I touch it enough just to know that it's still there.
Yeah, just to make sure on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
How am I sitting in this chair? Oh,
yeah.
Forgot about it. There it is.
Thank you, butt.
Always to remind me.
Butt's the most underappreciated part of the body.
Ah,
They do a lot for us.
There's a lot of songs about them. Women's butts, anyway.
Well, I feel like that's more of a aesthetic appreciation and less of a utilitarian appreciation.
Yeah.
I appreciate my butts for its use. You know? Yeah. It's aesthetically fine, but use, like, in terms of wear and tear, like, holding up great.
Yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm. I mean, you are 22. You got to.
Yeah.
Not saying. I mean, just saying.
Do butts sag like boobs do? Do you think?
I think because you work them so much anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you even walk a little bit, then like you got lose. I worked in a lot of places with stairs for a while there. I was like, let me just use the stairs, and I was like, oh, elevator's great. And then I got stuck once, and I was like, no, stairs are good too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Have you got? That's never happened to me.
Oh,
it's been close to happening to me. Like it shut down, but that came back on when I was at a floor, and that was scary enough for me.
This one just like stopped for a little bit, and I was like, we're not gonna fall. I'm like, if we do, it's only like 4 floors. There's a possibility, but also I think like if I was alone, I would have freaked out. But there was a lady freaking out, and I was just like, it ain't gonna work. Like it's not gonna do you any good. Like you might as well just like we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Do you experience that where like if one other person is freaking out, you're fine, but if you're alone, you freak out?
Yeah. I'm the like in a chaotic moment, I'm calm as fuck. I'm like, no, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's by myself, I'm like, fuck, what do we do? I don't even know. It's just me.
Yeah.
Like, not we. Mm-hmm. So I have to, and I can't figure this out. Like, it's weird.
That's why I think like the mouse thing freaked me out so bad because I was like alone and usually like I can just deal with shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I was alone. So I was like, I have to freak out because there's something to freak out about here.
No, I'm with you. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's why the ghost thing, I'm like, no, I mean, I don't know. But when I'm alone, I just think of like the energy gets stronger. If you think about it, I was like, makes sense. But at the same time, get out of my head.
Yeah.
Turn on a light.
Sorry, ghost, not
Listen
today.
to some rain. Mm-hmm. Rain chase ghosts away.
Ooh,
literally can't make it.
Nice.
I feel like
that.
It's like they dissipate. Like, oh,
yeah,
no.
you can't stay an apparition here.
Yeah,
you naughty ghost.
But then, that's when they go inside. I'm like, oh no, I don't know which is worse.
Oh, do you think spirits can possess people? I think, you know, I know a little bit about this subject, but like,
this might be the toughest
demonic possession is, you know, like
that shit scares me. I don't know what the fuck. I mean,
I hate movies like The Exorcist.
Oh, I never watched it. I was like, hell no.
Don't do it.
I won't.
It still fucked me up.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I watch, sometimes I'll indulge in like ghost stories and I'm like, oh no. Because that will literally haunt me for a while. I'm like, I got to get that out of my head.
Yeah.
But a part of me wants to be like, is it really real? But then I think too, like, if it's really real, it's its own world. And in that case,
here's a few facts for you.
Ooh, all right.
Exorcisms are a real thing. There's a real priest in Chicago who's like the expert on it. And if you're a priest who does exorcisms, your hands have to be blessed with special oils.
What?
And like, you can't just get your average Joe priest to do an exorcism. You have to get like the guy. Yeah. And it was only like recently that they translated it from Latin to English.
Wow.
So you used to have to be like a priest who like did all the Latin real thing.
Huh. Oh,
I mean, it's real if you believe it.
Yeah. Everything's real.
Or maybe they just need a snack.
I don't know.
Or maybe they need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. Make sure you check all those. Like, are they seizures?
The demons are really mental health issues in America.
I saw this one show where the woman was like, the guy's like, I sat up and I started choking. And she goes, and then he started spewing black stuff out of his mouth. And I was like, that sounds like a fucking blood clot.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of medical shit.
It looks like coffee, if you throw up, it looks like coffee grounds, you're bleeding internally, go to the hospital.
Go to the doctor. It gets dark. It's like blood. Go to the hospital.
That's because...
And then they had a spiritual expert who was like, usually these happen when it's a demonic...
much.
When it's a demonic possession. Like, or a blood clot.
Yeah.
Go to the hospital.
Stop treating...
Jesus Christ.
Treat the symptoms, okay?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if only I knew what demon. I don't know, cancer. We don't know. Get them to a hospital.
Yeah. It could be a demon or it could be cancer.
Because cancer sounds
or it could be
like
the demons inside your own head.
Oh my God.
Too real.
Oh. That's just insane.
Let's go back to talking about something fun like peeing yourself.
Have you ever shit yourself?
No, which
see, me
is
neither. I've never pissed myself
thank
either.
God. Well, I don't recommend it. And I wasn't sufficiently drunk for it to be really funny, you know? Because if I was drunk,
Right.
it was like, oh, look at this thing I did. Oh, I was so wasted. I've only been wasted like 2 or 3 times in my life because it's not that fun. I like to remember things that happened.
And I don't honestly, hangovers suck. It's literally like giving yourself the flu.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's a vaccine, so you'll never get the flu again. You just get to feel like shit and no.
Yeah.
No,
and you know you are shit because you are a piece of shit. I'm kidding. Do whatever you want. It's your own
you
body.
might be, and if you are, go check this out. Explore yourself.
Like, yeah, the demons
Hopefully,
inside your own head.
Get an exorcist or get a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Depends on where you sit on the
Oh
spectrum
my
of
gosh.
reality, and this could be cool too.
Oh my God.
Which is I don't hate religion. I think religion is cool because it's like a cultural norm. Every culture has a religious base, like a different belief and a different system of how things happen. And that's cool to me. And that just means like we've always been seeking answers.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
it is used in a terrible way. It's a terrible weapon. It's because you literally cannot argue with these people.
Yeah.
I saw this little mini doc about this town in the South that is sinking, literally sinking. And it's a super conservative, of course it is, because,
What?
God's
In the
doing this.
South?
Below the Bible Belt. Around the Bible crotch.
The Bible
oh my
Belt?
God.
Oh my. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah.
But deep in the South.
Deep in the South.
It's
there
a
was
Trump town that's sinking.
They're sinking.
Ooh, what do we call that? What do you people?
Irony?
What do you improvers call it? Oh yes, thank you. Do you improvers call it? Improvers know what irony is.
Oh yeah, I was just improving last night.
That's right.
No, it's pronounced improving.
I
I was not improving at improv. What? Anyway, there's this town that's
This
sinking.
town is sinking. They are a Trump country. They are very conservative Christian people. And this reporter goes down there, does a story, and he asks this person, like, don't you think maybe God's trying to tell you something by sinking your town? And she goes, well, yeah, because the president called the mayor and now like all eyes are on our town and people trying to help us. So God's brought help. I was like, wow. I am amazed at that level of manipulation. Like, wow.
There's so much that you can justify to yourself when you have that strong a belief.
Exactly.
I will say I was like, raised Catholic. So for a long time, I was so anti-abortion that like I couldn't even listen to anything else. Like I was like, you're just wrong. These are the facts. And like, it's hard because now like I have that perspective of it. I understand like because people don't think that they're evil. They think that they're doing the right thing. Right. I thought I was like saving the world, when I was like, women can't have abortions because babies are dying. I was like, that is the right way and other people are wrong. And I want to help you, and now I'm like, that's so like everybody's the hero of their own story.
Have you ever seen the cost of childcare? Have you ever seen how much decent schools cost? I'm not saying that's a reason to get an abortion, but I'm just saying, you don't know. Yeah. But I was the same way. I was raised so conservative and I was like, nope, they're babies. They deserve a chance.
They're God's children. How dare you? They don't belong to you. They belong to God.
I've never had sex literally covering with the child of God. Oh, every damn one of us? Really?
Yep.
Ugh.
All
Is that how babies are made? Love is magic.
Heterosexual love is
But yeah, like raising that, and then you go, well,
hold on,
that's crazy. That's literally.
I'm still there, still naked. There's still a puddle of pee.
I feel like that is a moment of shock. Like not like just like. I mean, I would admit, right? I mean, geez,
it's funny because I think my brain is fucked up in a way that like now when something, it was so awful. Like the first way I thought to cope with it was, okay, how do I tell this story? Like, how do I make this something funny that I and other people can laugh at? Because there's so much shame and so much like, there's obviously something like I'm dying, like there's like bladder cancer, like so many things ran through my head that I was like, I have to start writing this story in my head of how I'm going to tell people about it, like some kind of stand-up routine. And I did, in fact, tell my mom about it over the phone a couple days later, and she laughed so hard. And then I told my best friend like several weeks later, and they said, never tell this story ever again. And I was like, well, fuck you. I'm going to go on a podcast.
Everybody. Yeah, I'm doing a show about it, so fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically,
like, was it just because you've never felt that like lack of control before
like,
that you were just like, why did my body behave this way?
Yeah.
Which is entirely against what I told it to do.
Mm-hmm. It was like,
oh yeah, it's a scary feeling.
Like people who are my age who have my situation don't lose control of their body like this. Like there's something obviously wrong, you know? Like it's not normal to not be able to make it the next 15 feet to the toilet. No matter how many drinks you've had, you know?
Yeah.
Usually you can do it. I've been very wasted and made it to the bathroom always.
I'm trying to think if I've talk about this all the time, but I've not lost control in public or anything outside of a toilet.
Have you ever thrown up in public?
Yes.
Okay, I've never done that.
I vomited from pain.
Okay.
Because I was at the hospital.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think it was the pain pills. I was in so much pain, I was like blacking out, like coming in and out of consciousnness. So like, here, take these pain pills. And I did. And whereas the pain went away, I just vomited. But I tried to make it to the bathroom at the end of the hall. So I'm like dragging my leg. I'm like, I'm gonna
make it.
And I just puked and
like the Rocky music is playing.
And I just imagine it being like a very graphic scene of like
a like
limp,
The Exorcist.
A limp one.
I know you've not
on
seen
the floor,
it, but yeah.
And then like, but in vomit because it's everywhere. And then someone was like, "Oh no!"
I haven't vomited since I was a kid. Honestly, yeah, I know. I've never gotten that drunk or that sick. Like I've had diarrhea like nobody's business, but I haven't thrown up.
You've not puked since you were a kid?
Since I was like under 15, probably.
I mean, I probably haven't puked in a month or two.
I have, however, peed myself, and very recently. So I don't know how much of a brag that is.
Oh my God. I feel like pee is at least cleaner. Oh, Lord.
I know that you think in your head that pee smells bad, and you're like, that's probably like a thing that's true. It smells terrible, and it does not go away. Like, I was like, because I obviously I probably scrubbed my body like 5 times in the shower because I was like, I'm disgusting. Everything is disgusting. Like, I could never feel clean again because I was just standing in my own pee-soaked pants. And so I put on some clean clothes, and then I had to go and pick up the pile of pee-soaked clothes. And I put on rubber gloves, and I like put them in a bucket that I used to like mop, and I put them in the laundry machine, but then I had to go back and mop up the pee with paper towels. Yeah. And the smell was just terrible, so like bad. Awful, like, and I'm like, no, I wanted to take another shower. I did. After I cleaned that all up, I was like,
I have smelled pee-soaked clothes. It is
the worst.
Bad. It's so bad.
And you think like people drink pee when they're like, you know, doctors used to drink pee when people were sick to tell what was wrong with them or whatever. Like that might not be true.
You should not go to that doctor anymore if you still do.
And you think like it can't be that. It's really bad.
I mean, I heard
like poop smells bad, but pee just like stinks.
They're both bad, but they each have their own foul to them. I think
I feel like I'm more used to smelling poop because it's more of a bathroom scent. Because pee, you just flush down the toilet. You know, poop kind of lingers.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God, it was so terrible.
Yeah. Chemical reaction to
it
pee
was
to clothes
the
is
worst.
No good.
I read like about 18 different stories of women peeing themselves that night, so I could feel like not alone, you know? And I was like, what are the diseases that symptoms are peeing yourself? And it was like diabetes, this cancer, that cancer. And I was like, well, definitely gonna die.
It's cancer.
It hasn't happened since, thank God.
Wow.
But I do honestly go to the bathroom way more now.
Yeah.
Like when I leave a place, if it's going to take me more than 30 minutes to get there, gotta pee.
Same.
Do it.
Yep. I don't want to run in like that. But see, I haven't had that happen yet. So.
Well, I'm telling you, it can happen.
Oh.
Do your Kegels, folks.
Like, yeah, seriously.
Do them.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Steady. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Release.
You can't tell, but we're
2,
doing them.
3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2. You got it. Now the guys. I don't know what you're going to tighten, but
there are male Kegels. There are male Kegels.
Are there?
I think so. Yeah,
I would do it if I was a dude. Are you kidding me?
Do you like?
If I could flop my dick?
If this is not too personal question, do you like tighten your perennial muscles?
Yeah.
The wall of your pelvic floor, like everybody has that. Here's a fun fact. People with penises are less likely to get UTIs than people with vaginas because the urethra in the vagina owner is shorter. So if bacteria gets on the outside, it has way less to travel to get to the bladder. So people with penises are more likely to pee it out first. And people with vaginas, people with UTIs, people with vaginas, it's much less. And that's why you're supposed to pee after you have sex.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Annie just...
I may be asexual, but I have a lot of knowledge.
You are in it. Damn.
I am in the urethra.
It's been educational as fuck.
Pee me out as soon as you can. Because UTIs are not fun.
I've never had, I hope not.
Have you ever had a yeast infection?
Yes.
That's something that happened to me recently.
Worst. Oh, those are terrible.
Here's the thing. If you have a yeast infection, please try to go to the doctor. Don't use the stupid tampon stuff that like you shove up your vagina because it doesn't work. And at the doctor, they just give you a pill and it goes away. Like, it's
really?
so easy.
See, I think at the time I didn't have insurance, so I went and got and it worked.
Okay,
but
if you are lucky
really
enough
bad
to have insurance and can go to the doctor, I recommend it over trying the Monistat cream.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to use it, no, it might burn like a bitch. Oh, it's not. I mean, it is a use. It's like, it's burning. Oh.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It's not fun at
It's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable.
Seriously.
There's so many things that people don't talk about when you have a vagina that are just so uncomfortable. Like it gets itchy. It gets like weird. Like, this is going to be very personal, but I feel like thanks for tuning into the podcast. It's about to get personal. There's a lot of, I feel like possibly my sexuality has been contributed to by my Catholicism growing up of like, you're just not supposed to be down there.
Right.
And like, there's a lot of shame and like not knowing I was queer for a long time.
Yep.
So I feel like I'm open to the possibility that it's like very psychological, though it is still how I identify. But I will say that the times that I get like sexual arousal more is when I'm on my period. But
makes sense.
Every time I get my period, I get pimples on my labia. And so it's painful to touch. So I feel like God has literally cursed me whenever I feel any kind of arousal to like, don't touch down there.
What the fuck?
Don't do it.
Oh man, that would be something God would do.
Yeah.
And
like,
Jesus
he's
is
just like,
that's not
fuck
nice.
you.
Yeah.
You're never going to get any pleasure from down there. Fuck you.
Jesus, that's not fair.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
Poor
God.
vagina.
You're a poor vagina. Poor vagina. Is there a pill for that?
Probably. I also have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So my periods are fucked up if I don't take birth control.
Yeah.
So I think that also has something to do with it.
Do they hurt? Or they're pretty dope. Like they're pretty great. They're good. They're really fun ones. Ever since you took the birth control.
Well, when you have PCOS, your hormones are really fucked up, and that's why you don't get periods. And because you have cysts in your ovaries, and you don't have enough estrogen. And birth control works by giving you more estrogen so that your body thinks that you're pregnant, and so that's why it doesn't release an ovulating egg. And then when you take the placebo pills, it sheds the lining because it's oh, I guess we weren't pregnant.
Get rid of this useless
More sex
thing.
lessons with Annie. I just have a lot of knowledge to share, and I don't get to talk about it in my regular stand-up routine.
But maybe you should now.
Maybe I should.
Everyone should understand how
Maybe
this
I should
works.
just have a comedy sex show.
You should have a comedy sex show.
Because sex is
I think you
inherently funny to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm asexual.
Especially it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sex is hilarious.
I've had sex to a Jack Johnson album. Doesn't get funnier. Maybe it does.
Jack Johnson is on my romantic songs playlist. He's just so soulful. You know he feels it.
Sultry as fuck.
Yeah, he's sultry. The way he plays the guitar just diddles me.
That's why guys learn to play the guitar. That's why lesbians learn to play the guitar. That's why we all fucking play the guitar.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Really?
so I feel so much pull towards people who are musically talented. If you sing, I'm that's it. You're a better person than I am.
It's weird to be able to get in. I don't know. I feel like our art comedy is the same way. People are I could not get behind a mic.
Yeah.
But you have some really shitty singers and you have some really great singers. You have some very shitty comedians. You have some really dope comedians. Yeah. But gotta sort through a lot of shit
if you
sometimes.
come see me at a show, please chat me up after. I love it. Even if I'm not into you.
All the time.
I'm do it.
Huh.
Unless I tell you no. I guess don't do that. Because I'm probably not into it. Never mind. Let me come to you.
Don't come up to Annie in public and start singing
Please
to
don't.
her. Just don't.
Especially after the show.
Especially after the show. Because now you know where to find her. That's creepy.
No.
Gosh.
I don't go anywhere.
Oh, no.
Don't do anything. Don't try to find me.
It will literally be pointless.
Yes. I'm also asexual. So
why would you try? That's literally
worth it.
running into a brick wall 20,000 times.
Exactly. But just for your penis.
it.
Just for your penis. My favorite thing that guys do is either they start off with, well, you haven't had sex with me, so you don't know. And I'm yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
I've tried having sex with lots of men, and I've been still asexual.
Yeah.
But I guess you're gonna do it.
Yep.
And the other thing they do is I just really want everybody to enjoy themselves during sex, and I'm me too. That's why I don't do it. And then they're well, do you masturbate? And I'm I just met you. We just started talking.
One of my old coworkers did that. When I walked in literally my first day in the office, she wheeled in and she goes, "You're gay, right?" And I was "Yes." And she goes,
I thought she asked if you masturbated. I was
no, but she told me about her sex life. She goes, "Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you're fucking your girlfriend," I was well, I just met you.
Oh my God.
And we became very good friends. We're actually friends to this day. She's so dope. I was
I think with women, it's a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. Well, and she's
because
very
I have sisterhood with you.
She's a very femme lesbian, and I had not met a lot of femme lesbians, but she was very young, very confident. It's she's I don't like dudes. That's just how the fuck it is. And she was it was awesome. She was just fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was her intro. Okay, so when you're fucking your girl, what? Why are we talking about this?
When you're fucking a girl.
I don't even know your name. What's your name?
Do you really not know her name? And she
No,
started.
I do now, but I didn't when
Oh my
I didn't know
God.
who she was.
Wow.
I think she might have introduced herself first, but I didn't remember when she started talking about that. I was what?
Well, what else matters,
What is this? Yeah, she's cool, let's cut to the chase.
Yeah.
So, no other lesbians here to ask.
Yeah,
At least
I
they're
mean,
not, you know.
lesbians are notorious for moving very fast. So she basically just went right there.
I'm going to be married after knowing my wife for 4 months. 4 months, I think would be.
That's great.
Right, March. Yep, 4 months. So yeah,
That's great.
but that's why I said I was like, listen, I'm not going to fuck around next time. I just missed the U-Haul.
It's all a matter
Literally,
of chance.
we are going to be
Happiness
doing.
in marriage is entirely a matter of chance.
It totally is.
That's a quote
actually.
from Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, they had a lot to go on though at that time. They didn't have online dating. It was just like, oh, I hope I meet someone in this once a year festival that we have.
That's strange though. Isn't that like we're overwhelmed with choices now?
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
And it's also like, well, like back then it was like, well, you make it work, you just hardcore bunker down and like there's nobody else for you, you know, because you have like 5 men in your town and you got to marry one of
you
them.
Liked.
Yep.
Take it and go.
The least grotesque one.
And the least obnoxious, the least beady, the one to least likely.
But now it's like, well, I know we're married, but there could be someone, like, do you know how many people there are in like other countries? Like that could be my soulmate. I'm sorry.
That's called a
It's
midlife
paralyzing,
crisis.
isn't it?
No.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
I'm very like, I love. So I'm just like, but also this is the first time I've just been like sure about something. I was like, this makes sense to me.
I definitely feel like you'll
like
know, like you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I knew like before that it wasn't, if I was trying in vain. And I knew that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I know this is never going to fucking work. But yeah. So, all right. This is a point in the show. We are wrapping it up.
Okay.
But before we do, 2 things. One, I want you to tell the people where they can find you.
Okay. I think the best way to see what the thing I'm going to be at next is to find the Shrews improvisation page on Facebook. We're also on Instagram and soon to be on Twitter. But we have lots of events coming up, lots of readings, lots of open rehearsals. We're going to do a run soon. So, but I want you to come and join us. So you can come meet me. I have more stories to tell. I won't have sex with you, but we can have a great time. There's a lot.
Love it.
There's a lot. Honestly, the Shrews is really awesome, really, really fun. I love everybody that's there. If you're a femme identifying person or non-binary, we welcome you very much. And again, we're all really cool and really chill. So please come to our events if you are interested.
What's your Insta and what's your Twitter?
Oh God. I'm Annie Amann on Twitter, which is ANNIE AMANN, just first name, last name. I'm not funny on Twitter. I'm also not funny on Instagram, which I think is also just Annie Amann.
You're not
There's
even,
a lot of.
you know what? You're not even trying to lead people on, which I appreciate.
No.
That's very.
I'm not that funny.
Respectful.
Like, you should meet me in person. I'm really funny in person and really cute. So come meet me in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
For real.
It's true. It's not. Can I get a yes from the studio, please?
Annie is adorable. Yes. 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 It's true. You should
so
hit Annie.
I am on those things.
Yeah.
I'm often at the Annoyance, so you can see me there, probably at the bar. That's when you can probably talk to me there. I'm very friendly when I'm at the Annoyance.
What nights are you there?
Usually Monday nights or Friday nights.
Okay.
Just hanging out, seeing shows, taking class, shooting the shit.
Sweet.
And last thing I want to plug is my show, Harry Tales, which is hopefully going to come up in June at the Otherworld Theater. It's not positive, but we're writing it, and it's really funny. It's feminist, queer retellings of fairy tales.
Wow.
And my friends and I are amazing, and we're doing so good on it. It's going to be so good, guys. So we'll have more for you then.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh, my God, Annie. Well, thank you so much for. Let me get you your
I would like
palate cleanser shot.
A parting shot, as they say.
Yes, this is the parting palate cleanser brought to you by Dewars. the oldest whiskey known to man.
Oh,
I don't know that
Dewar's.
that's true. But
For when you really need it.
if they sponsor us, I'll say the nicest things they ever want.
I'll write for this show.
You should write for the show. Annie, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for
Cheers
having me,
to you.
Kaleena. Thank you.
Much better than the Malort.
Oh, I'm still Malort.
Gotcha.
All right. That is another episode of Cringeworthy for you. Thank you for listening.